How's it going, people? Salmon Slappy here, and this is your March BTS / recent updates update video thing. Yeah, let's go with that title, that sounds good. So this is your BTS March update thingy, and basically in this update thingy we're going to be looking at everything that's basically coming out March and all the recent updates which have, well, literally just updated. Oh my god, my English this morning, fair play. Anywho, let's just get into it. Full March, behind the scenes, everything that's coming out. Well, you've got the Majora memories, as you can see here. The idea of this is later on in the month, you're going to have the Fate of the Gods quest, and this is all about Zaros. I don't know why I said Zaros that way, but Zaros. Yep, so that's that. The mini quest, though, is looking into Karshai. Now, for those of you keeping up on the lore, or at least the RS lore videos I've been chucking out, then you know about Karshai already, and you know that Karshai's memories are, well, not really there. So the idea of this mini quest is, in a nutshell, you're going to be helping Karshai get his memories back and find out what the other Majora have been doing over all this time, which would be quite interesting and quite nice. So yeah, on top of that, you'll get some divination XP. It will require some divination levels, apparently level 60 to actually do it. And other than that, that's what the mini quest is all about. Give you some more lore, people. And then obviously next up, at some point, probably towards the end of this month, I dare say, will be the Fate of the Gods, which is a Grandmaster quest all about Zaros, where you get to play about in the Majora's home world of Runescape, and you get to find out about the World Gate and other things. If none of this means anything to you whatsoever, don't worry, it's all lore. If you need to catch up on any of this, I've made a bollock ton of lore videos, and more coming soon. So yeah. This is all about Zaros. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the requirements are 79 magic, 76 slayer, 75 divination, 73 agility, 67 summoning, and decent combat stats. In other words, 80 plus, and preferably probably equal gear. Although they always recommend 80 stats, so yeah. I don't know, you can probably do it in like Battle of Lumbridge gear or World of End gear. I'll give it a go, why not? And then they're going in to the small yet awesome changes. Basically just going in with the power to the player kind of thing they're trying to do, which is basically taking on everyone's feedback from the forums and basically opening up questionnaires within the forums and seeing what everybody says. It's along with the polls and stuff that everybody's been answering in-game. And yeah, it's not major things, but at the same time, some of it is kind of major. That probably makes no sense at all. Right, let's explain. Right, so the updates themselves are really small. There's nothing like massively overpowering, like completely and utterly remake of the interface. It's nothing mental like that. It's like small things, but at the same time can make kind of a big difference. So one, which personally I kind of like, is they're adding something to the interface called a ribbon. Now, basically, what you see here is what your kind of interface thingy actually looks like in-game at the moment. Well, ribbon will give you a little square like this, except for you can put whatever you want inside that square. In other words, you can probably minimize this into nothingness or straight up delete it or something along those lines, I would have thought, and you can make your own version, and within that version you could have it set up like pre-EOC, which probably goes hand in hand with the fact they're going to bring out Legacy System and the rest of it. And with that, you could have the inventory, access straight to your magic book, access straight to your prayer book, access straight to your range book, your melee book, your defense book, etc, etc. So basically, it's nice. I kind of like it, gotta be said. So as you can see, small, tiny update, but can make quite a major difference, because honestly, I still have no idea where the hell I'm looking for anything in this new little menu, even though RuneScape 3's been out for so damn long. There's little things like that. I'm not going to go into all of them, but basically they're adding more slots to like dungeoneering, they're changing the world map to make it more accessible, they're changing Circus, and a few other things. Solo and Store's getting some new stuff. You've already seen the wings and stuff they've added. They're going to be adding like a Drakefire warship and some other things in there, some new animations, etc, etc. Additionally, one of a kind, the quest that was meant to be out last month is coming out this month. In fact, it should be out sometime this week. I say this week, it's only Saturday. Next week then. and most likely probably Tuesday or the Wednesday like they normally do. If we're lucky, we might actually get on Monday. Oh my god, can you imagine? Either way, that quest, I will have a guide out on day of release or the day after, same as usual, so no worries there. And that's pretty much it on the official BTS March. Other stuff that's happened though, Combat Beta. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are actually paying any attention to the Combat Beta itself, but the beta servers are still going on, and there's more beta stuff happening as well. So, as you've probably already read in this little section here, with this update, you will... Oh my god, nice English. With this update, you will be seeing... I will be dead. Anyway, changes to your combat level, adjustments to tank armor and shields, the final batch of special attack weapons to be tested, and the first batch of PvP changes. Yeah. So the change to the combat level is going to be changing. And additionally, it's in the beta right now, which means it could very well be in-game quite soon. So the combat level formula, for those of you who've joined since it's been level 200, originally used to be 126 ages ago, back in the day, before stuff like summoning came out. Yeah, so 126 was the max, and it was hard to get because the only way you could get 126 is having 99 on every combat stat. The formula was completely different to what it is now. It wasn't just defense and a offensive stat. It was every stat that combines combat into one combat level, which was awesome because that gave you a pretty accurate read on how strong someone is, and kind of shows you if they're pures and stuff, because you could check their level and then check their equipment, and if they're wearing Uber Gear of Doom, then you obviously know they're a bit of a pure and got massive stats in like 1 or 2. Awesome. And then they added summoning, which bumped it up to 138, and then as soon as EOC and stuff came about, eventually it was changed over to this new level 200 thing. Basically, I don't know why they changed it to 200, but 138 is coming back, and all I can say to that is good goddamn times. The other parts though is the special attacks. I'm not sure if many of you have been keeping up with this, but there is a ton of them, especially if you haven't played this game prior to RS3, or only just started prior to it and didn't really get to see them all. So yeah, the list is pretty massive. This is only a small batch, to be totally honest. It's literally the latest ones they're adding in so people could test them out. And starting off, you have the god bows you get from clues. They now have a chance to perform an extra attack when used in conjunction with their proper arrows. Hand cannon now has a spec. Penance trident and master trident does. Mind spike staff even has one. The quick bow even has one. The keen blade, the barrel just anchor, the ancient mace, magic comp bow, dark light rune throwing axes, brine saber brackish blade, bone dagger and vested spear. The Excalibur and the mighty enhanced Excalibur. Special attacks can be performed by using the operate option while it is worn. This has a 5-minute cooldown. I really do hope the spec for those lovely items comes back. The following weapons now have magic special attacks. Magic special attacks, you may be wondering? Yeah, fucking right, mage is getting an update, son. So the Ivan staff, the Sarah staff, Gothic staff, Zami staff, Zoriel staff, Armadillo battle staff. Special attack damage will now scale up when you level up over the weapon's wear requirement, which means doing the actual little mini game to get these 3 god staffs up in the wildy might actually mean something now. And the Ivan staff is actually getting a spec. That's going to be interesting because that thing was massively powerful when it first came out, although compared to back then it's probably not all that good now, but I'm still going to try it out. Underground pass, son, gotta be doing that, gotta be doing it, getting it done on the MCFS. The PvP changes, well, they've changed a few things. In preparation for the future PvP damage reduction changes, the following adjustments have been made for you to test out. All damage in PvP is now reduced by 15% across the board. You will take 0.1% less damage per defense level. Protection prayers now reduce 25% of incoming damage. Devotion will remain at 75%. Eating food in PvP will no longer drain your adrenaline. Enemy adrenaline bars have been hidden in PvP. Combat XP will be gained in PvP under the following circumstances. When your opponent dies, you will be awarded the XP for the damage you actually dealt. When you die, you will be awarded XP for the damage you dealt to the opponents that didn't die. Either way, you will gain XP, however, you will lose bank. Other changes though, in addition to everything you've already heard, the combat modes have new icons now. They've got pretty little flashy icons. That's the Revolution, Momentum and Regular. I don't know if you've checked. It's all shiny and blue and stuff. It's quite nice. Revolution has been given guidance hints for when you first use it. Please delete and cancel the guidance thingies, they're annoying as shit. Although honestly, if you have no idea what you're doing, please leave them on. That's just, yeah. Forget I said anything actually, let's just edit out the last bit. Tank armor and shields will now offer damage reduction in PvE situations. Yummy! Mobs throughout RuneScape will now be more aggressive towards those invading their personal space. Nice. I did miss Ganos, the entire room of Ganos jumping on people. That was amusing. It'd be nice to just get more aggressive mobs in the entire game, to be totally honest. I probably couldn't name 10 monsters that are aggressive other than, excluding bosses like Hellhounds. I think I might be stuck on Hell. No, nah, I don't think Ganos are aggressive, are they? I can't remember. Hellhounds? I'm going with Hellhounds, that's the only thing I remember. You can now toggle chat to be permanently in focus via an option in the top right of the chat window. And target information should now be more responsive and can be unlocked and moved anywhere on the screen. I must be honest, I've never used target information ever since this stuff has come out. RuneScape 3 and EOC. I've never used it. Never seen why. Has any of you used it? Honestly? Is it useful? I honestly don't know. I've never actually looked. Oh well, there you go. So, stuff is happening. The beta, a lot of this stuff, I cannot wait to actually see. Gotta be said. I would like to see the mage staffs have specs. That'd be cool. That would make... Well, honestly, just adding specs to the weapons in general kind of gives everyone an extra little special attack. Like you did previously. Only now they've added it to a bollock ton of weapons. It's kind of cool, I gotta be honest, and depending on how strong all of it works out to be, could be quite interesting when it comes to PvP if they manage to sort that out. And going boss hunting. So all in all, combat beta, pretty cool, quite likes the sound of it, gotta be said. Other than that, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, the treasure hunter. So treasure hunters had a tiny bit of a modification for the time being. All lamps and fallen stars are now prismatic and yield 50% extra XP. So there we go. That's not bad at all. But that's not all. In addition, the prismatic perks, all lamps and fallen stars also offer up to 50% extra XP. So there we go. This is lasting from Friday until Monday, so it's only over the weekend. So it's only a couple of days. But if you have a load of quests, now might be the time to knock them all out and get yourself a bollock ton of these lamps. You know? XP, son. XP. Gotta get that boost, yeah, wouldn't it? Somewhere. So yeah, that is another thing. It's quite good. Other than that, I think that is pretty much it for all the update news. So yeah, that's pretty much it, people. Maybe later today or tomorrow I will have another episode of the Backscape from Scratch, the MCFS. And I'll hopefully get it up later today. If I do, then it'll probably be quite late. Yeah, later night UK time, probably. If not, then it'll be most likely tomorrow morning. Either way, people, I hope you now are all informed and know everything you need to know about recent updates. Good times. There's been no patch notes, by the way, so yeah, that'll most likely be Monday or Tuesday. But with that said, until next time, people, I will catch you all later. Have a good day. Good day. Jolly good, sir.